The New York Rangers are in town to take on our Montreal Canadiens. It's time for the Talking Habs pregame show before every Montreal Canadiens hockey game. Previews, lineups, and the Guess the Score contest. Here's your hosts, Rick and Matt. Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs. Matt is off tonight. We've got the Montreal Canadiens taking on the New York Rangers in their home opener for the 2021-22 season. Hopefully better game than the first two. Let's see who's here. Daryl Adams, Drake, KB, and Roger Delaney. How's everybody doing? So, like I said, we've got the home opener. Don't forget, it's the Guess the Score contest. Leave your guesses in the chat, and you could win $10 directly into your bank account via Interac. So let's see what we got here. Is Alan in tonight? Yeah, Alan is in tonight. Absolutely. A win at home would be great. And there's an interesting stat. Apparently, I'm not sure if it's the last 15 teams or over a certain time frame, but I think it's the last 15 teams to start the season 0-3. Only 4 of those teams made it to the playoffs. So it's kind of important. Hey there, Grimes. How you doing? So let's see now. Daryl Adams has 5-2 Habs Dvorak, and Roger Delaney has 6-3 Habs Suzuki. I haven't even done mine yet. I'm going to do them right now. There we go. Got to just pick a goal scorer. Who's going to score the first goal? Who's going to score the first goal? I know who I'm giving it to. All right. So I've got mine. I'm going to type it into the chat before I announce it. Hang on. So I'm going with that. If it goes and shows up. 5-4 Habs Armia with the first goal. He's going to be on the first line. Let's take a look at the lineup. The lineup for tonight for Montreal. We'll look at Montreal's first. Yeah, okay, this is the lineup. There's no changes to the line. You know what? That's the wrong. Yeah, this is the right one, actually. He announced there's no changes to the lineup, but there are changes to the lines, and there's different. It was confusing because I saw this after I'd seen the first thing, and I go, wait a second. If there's no changes to the lineup, why are there line changes? So there's the same personnel except for Allen, but Allen was still on the bench, and they made some line changes. So Armia is going to be in with Suzuki and Caulfield on that left wing. The second line of Drew and Dvorak Anderson remains intact. Toffoli slots in where Armia was with Evans and Gallagher, and they still have Perreault, Paquette, Lehkonen. I don't know. There's no word on why Adam Brooks hasn't made an appearance yet. On defense, Romanov moves up with Petrie. Sherratt and Savard remain together. Why? I don't know. Kulak and Weidman slot in together. And like I said, Jake Allen will be in nets for Montreal tonight. For the Rangers forward group, Lafreniere with Zibanejad and Kreider. Panarin on the second line with Strome and Kakko, although I think I saw something where Ryan Strome is out, so I don't know if that's true or not. I think so, and I think it's Barclay Goodrow and Heidel and Gauthier, but I think Heidel's moving up to take Strome's spot. And then you got Dryden Hunt. I wonder if his parents like Ken Dryden. Kevin Rooney and Ryan Reeves. On defense, you got Ryan Lindgren, Adam Fox, Keandre Miller, Jacob Trouba, Patrick Nemeth, and Niles Lundqvist. And the goalies will be Igor Shesterkin, and Alexander Georgiev. So those are your goalies. So that's the two lineups. Anybody interested in betting on this? Here's the betting lines. If you know how to interpret that, it looks like it's pretty even. The over-under is 5.5 goals, and the money line is New York Rangers minus 110, and the Canadiens minus 110. I don't bet. I don't know enough about that, but I thought I'd bring it to you since I found it. Let's take a look at some stats for this game. Canadiens are 0-2-0. Rangers are 0-1-1. So the Rangers have a point by having an overtime or shootout win. I don't know which one that is, or loss, actually. Excuse me. This is a new stat. Scoring chances for percentage. 37.4% for Montreal, 24th place. 47.5% for the Rangers in 16th place. Goals per game, 1 for Montreal. That's 24th. And how that's not at the end, I think how much worse can that be? 1.5 for the Rangers. That's 23rd. So they're just ahead of Montreal on offense. It's 2 games in. Goals against per game, a 3.50. That's 14th for Montreal, and 4.00. That's 16th for the Rangers. So I would think that the Rangers their defense isn't as good as Montreal's, and Montreal's is bad right now. Power play percentage, a big fat 0.0% over there for Montreal, and somehow it's listed as 20th. So either there's teams that have a minus, or there's a lot of other teams that have not scored a power play goal yet. And for the Rangers, 11.1%. That's 19th, so not much better. PK percentage, 55.6% for Montreal, which is horrendous, and that's 21st. And 50% for the Rangers, that's 22nd. Head-to-head last year, Montreal was 1-2-0 against the Rangers, and the Rangers were 2-1-0 against Montreal. Let's see. I think that's it. There's one new thing I wanted to show you that Montreal is doing now every pregame and before every home game. This is a new tradition, they're calling it, and I think it's pretty good. Montreal Canadiens wish to acknowledge, I don't know how to pronounce this properly, but I'm going to try to, Kanayan Kihaka, also known as the Mohawk Nation, for their hospitality on this traditional and unceded territory where we are gathered today. Teotihuacan, Montreal, is historically known as a gathering place for many First Peoples. Today, it is home to a diverse population of Indigenous and other peoples. We respect the continued connections with the past, present, and future in our ongoing relationships with Indigenous and other peoples within this community. My dog's about to agree. Where we have now had the privilege to play for over 100 years. Dog's barking outside. Can't help it. Ray, stop barking. So that's something new and long overdue, I would say. So I'm going to try to keep that up there and run that before every game, as I totally agree with this. I think it's about time that we acknowledge the fact that we are living on, as it says in there, unceded territory. In other words, the Indigenous people did not say, "Oh yeah, you can have all this land." It wasn't like that, and we're finally acknowledging that, and I think it's pretty good. So, thumbs up to the Canadiens. Apparently, the Canucks have been doing this for a while, so about time for Montreal. All right, now let's see what you guys are saying. Grimes thinks we lose tonight, but we'll play better than the 2 other games. I was going to say, honestly, I was going to say the Rangers, but I don't want to do that. I think they kind of need to win tonight, so I'm going to keep going for it. Kulak, hey, by the way, hi, Exik. Kulak and Rami swap makes sense. Yeah, I think so. Let's see, but it's still they're stubborn with Sherratt and Savard together, and we'll see how long that lasts now. Julie 3-2 with Anderson, awesome. Hey Thomas 3-2 also with Suzuki. Don't understand why Romy not with Savard to reboost themselves each other. Well, I get that. Me too. I mean, I don't know why they're going to keep Sherratt and Savard together. And like I just said, I wonder how long that lasts. We'll see. Apparently their numbers or their stats are good. I don't know enough about advanced stats to read them and say, yeah, they're good. But apparently they're good. So we'll see. KB has 4-3 Habs, but KB, you got to give me a first goal scorer as well. That is the rule. Doesn't change. P.I. Olsen, how's it going, man? If Habs will make it tonight, they need to watch out for a team in good spirits after their game versus Dallas. Zibanejad, Panarin, Fox, Lundqvist, Kreider, Strome. I don't think Strome is in, though. Reeves and others did well. I think Strome is out. I think it's COVID protocol. I might have the wrong, but I think it was for the game tonight. I saw this on Hockey Guy. And Heidel's going to move up. So, just to say. Exic, our defense sucks because Edmondson is not there and Wideman is there. They're definitely missing Edmondson. I'm going to assume Wideman is the one that takes the press box when Edmondson joins. But if he's going to become a power play quarterback, then it's going to be Kulak, and they're going to have to keep Wideman in there. So we'll have to see how it works out. But right now, yeah, the KB, you got Suzuki on that one? Awesome. So, yeah, we're going to have to keep our eyes on that and see what happens. Oppenheimer. Is Montalbaum? It's Montalbaum gone to the Rocket? No, I don't think so. I know it's sunny. I know. I remember. I doubt it. I mean, unless they call up what's his name? It's Primo. Unless they call up Primo, and I haven't heard that they have. So Montembeau is the backup tonight, and we'll see what happens there. Speaking of backups, did you see what happened in Toronto? The Maple Leafs. Here, I got it. I'm doing the weekend update video, so this is part of that, but I'll show it to you here tonight. I'll show this here. No, I won't explain it. Toronto is signing Alex Bishop from the University of Toronto to an amateur tryout. He's replacing the injured Peter Mrazek as Jack Campbell's backup tonight due to cap constraints. They can't call up somebody from the AHL Marlies. So this is kind of so the Leafs don't have cap space to call up a goaltender to take Mrazek's spot. And yeah, so they did sign this guy. It's explained more. I'll have more about it in the video tomorrow. But basically, it's a one-day thing. And they bring this kid in. It's an emergency thing. So I don't think they have any salaries as an amateur, right? It allows them to save enough money that will then allow them to bring up Hutchinson probably the next game. But they have to do this for one game. That was one option they had. The other option was to go one player short. And then I think that's what it is. Anyways, it's explained in the article that I was going to show, but I don't want to go through it all here. But imagine Toronto. This is why it's really important to manage the cap well, because Toronto's in this problem where if they get an injury, like what if Campbell gets hurt? First period, say gets hurt. Got to come out of the game. Now they got a University of Toronto goalie in net. So I asked, and I'm going to ask the thing is, does he drive the Zamboni? It's not a Zamboni. Yeah, can I cut and edit that out, and then you'll hear it for the first time now? Does he drive the Zamboni? Ha, ha, ha. Very bad delivery, Rick. But, yeah, so Toronto is kind of facing, early on, they're facing a bit of a problem. Hey, J-Fed, 4-2 Habs, Anderson. I hope our guys get the skates going tonight. Armia will steal the first one, and we'll win 5-3. I've got Armia for the first goal. Yeah, I just have this feeling, especially early in the game, he likes to do that, score a goal really early on. Hey, Lucas, how's it going, man? All's well with me. Hope for the same for you. Yeah, we're facing, and it's tight too. It's 7-6. So tonight's going to tell because there's only one game tomorrow. So more than likely tonight, one of us is going to win. I also noticed your name's Point Claire. You're in Point Claire. You're just over there from me. That's crazy. Awesome. But yeah, it's 7-6 tonight for Lucas. with a lot of games and only one game tomorrow. So that means tonight's going to decide who wins our first matchup. Sens fan 7. I don't know why I said 4. Great night for hockey. So many games. Yeah, 14 games tonight. A lot of games. Sam isn't going anywhere. Fills the French quota by the Quebec Premier. Yeah. Well, also, there's who they bringing up. It's not Primo. So, listen, it was one game. Sorry, but you got to give him another one. You got to give him at least one more and then make a judgment. You can't judge a guy on one game. I'm sorry, you can't. Especially a goalie. I mean, okay. Unless they're so terrible that they can't stop anything, and that wasn't exactly the case here. He let in a couple of bad ones. The defense was bad. I mean, there's a lot there, so he's going to get another game. Joe Habs, 5-4 Rangers. Number 22, Cole Caulfield's getting the first goal. Exit. Sam can't go to Laval because Primo need to play a lot of games for development, not being on the bench for a month or two. Well, exactly. That's why Primo's not coming here to be the backup. It doesn't make any sense for his development, number one. Not yet, anyway. Joe Habs, Leafs are a joke. Well, that's what most Habs fans think. RPM, how's it going, man? 4-3 Caulfield. Awesome. Matt Outdoor, how's it going, buddy? I wonder if there will change line not producing goals. I wonder if there will be. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but they did. They changed up the lines. They didn't change who's in the lineup. They just changed the lines around a little bit. So we're going to see how that works out. When Hoffman comes back, who would they have to take out of the lineup and put him in? They have, let me think, Perreault and you got to think Perreault's going to come out when Hoffman comes back. And I think they'll then decide on whether or not they'll take Paquette out and try Brooks there. So Matt Norton is in the room. He's not in the room for me here, but he's in the room. He's not supposed to be in the room here for me tonight. Hey, Matt, how's it going? Go Red Sox. Matt's Red Sox doing well. Hey, P.I. Olsen, have a good night. Thanks for joining us here. Appreciate that. I believe P.I. lives in either Sweden, Switzerland, or Finland. One of the two or three. I said 3, not 2. Get your words right, Rick. So, yeah, it's a totally different time over there right now than it is here. Can't believe Pierre is retiring. Are you talking about the equipment manager, right? Listen, 39 years later, it's, not a surprise. Stars and Sens tomorrow. Only game. I can't believe it. Yeah, it's the only game tomorrow. It's really weird to have 14 games tonight and only one tomorrow. Almost every team this year won the home opener except for a couple. I hope this gives us a win. Yeah, it doesn't. It's not going to be an easy win if it is. If they win, it's not going to be an easy win. It's a pretty decent team they're facing right now, I think. RPM's got 4-3 Habs with Caulfield. Yeah, I mean, Brooks looks like someone put it well. Brooks looks like a guy that's recovering from a groin injury, which is what he is. So I don't know if he's 100% or not. And I don't know the reason why Brooks isn't in there. So I haven't heard anything yet. There, PI is from Stockholm, so that is Sweden. I think I had it right the first time. I never know. I always get it confused. So thanks, PI, for clearing that up. I appreciate that. Matt Norton is saying 9-0 Sox in the fourth. Yeah, it's not bad. That's not bad, Matt. Maybe one day there'll be a real baseball team. Not just bugging you. That's pretty good. Oh, the Red Sox win the World Series, or the Braves, not Dodgers again, or cheater Astros. Well, considering Matt loves the Red Sox, I'm going to cheer for the Red Sox for him, since I don't have any skin in the game here. Harry Rice, how's it going, Harry? You'll be on during the game, starting in the second, so I'll have to remember to send you the link. I tried to do that then, Matt. No problem. I hope we boo KK when he comes back to the Bell Center. Oh, yeah. They're going to boo him big time, if you ask me. How could they not? So, yeah, I see there's 37 people. Give it a thumbs up if you're having a good time. Really appreciate that. And, hey, subscribe. Ring that notifications bell. That'll get you your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. Armia on the top line. I imagine, yeah. Protect the puck a little better. And, yeah, I just think it's a little bit more, I don't know, a little more physicality, I think, also on that line, right? I think that'll help. The chemistry that we saw with Toffoli on that line last year doesn't seem like it's there right now. So they need a win. I don't think there's time to let things percolate. I think he's also searching for the right combinations. So I'm not surprised. Well, that's the physicality part, the physical side of the game. That's right. They didn't really have that guy, that big physical guy. I'm sure that's why he's there. The X-rays next year, possibly, when there's more, like they're kind of hinting that that's what's going to happen, but it hasn't like officially anything. But when it does come out, I'm going to talk about it. But right now, yeah, it looks like the Tampa Rays are going to be playing half their games in Montreal next year. But we'll see. I don't know about next year because they need to build a stadium here. So I would think more like 2 seasons down the road, possibly, because they got to build a stadium downtown. I don't think that happens without a stadium downtown. Harry, going pretty good. Thank you. Great. Apologies for missing the fantasy draft. Oh, well, you're not okay. I hardly noticed, and it picked pretty quick, I guess. But hey, no worries. And you're the one that pays the price by not being there. You get top when it's your turn. Whoever's at the top to pick, that's who they pick for you. So unless you set a list, but yeah, no worries, buddy. As long as you manage the team, the rest of the year, I'm good. Drake, I think the Dvorak line is top line, and Suzuki, Caulfield, Armia are second line. No, I wouldn't say that. I really wouldn't. You might say that that second line of Dvorak's line is performing a little better right now, but I don't think that means that it's the top line. I don't think so. I think Suzuki's the top line. Suzuki's number one center here right now. Thank you, KB. I appreciate that, man. Why boo KK? That's just childish. Well, of course they're going to boo him, though, Frederick. Come on. Any other player in the league would have signed that offer sheet in a heartbeat, and every other fan base will boo the guy first game he's back. That's just the way it is. So I don't disagree with you, though, really, in the end, but he's going to get booed. Nothing you can do about it. The Dodgers will win again. They are a tough team. We're talking baseball, though. I don't want to talk baseball. I don't know enough about it to talk about it. Thanks, KB. Appreciate that. Hit the like button like KB did. I appreciate that. Smash that like button. Let's see how many we can get. I don't really see that here because I'm doing this on StreamYard, but I'll see it afterward. 2-0 Buffalo. Yeah, they beat. It was 2-1. Excuse me, 2-1 over Arizona. So Buffalo's got 2 wins. But they also have some injuries. I heard Middlestat's out now and somebody else also out. So they've got some injuries too. I don't know where their depth is. Maybe their depth, does that come from midget? Maybe midget guys come up and play it. I'm not sure. KB, thank you. Thank you so much. You think Price back at the end of the month? I know they're saying December around Christmas time. That's the first word is so far is that Price should be back by Christmas. So that doesn't mean that not at the end of the month, but it doesn't mean that it will be either. So some KB or it's Kenny hype in the room and some dono hype. Appreciate that. And KB gets into the next draw for the next hat that's being given away. One just like this one. Yeah, no, I figured it out, KB. Don't worry. Yeah, no, same answer. Born to be a Hab. Trade Paling for an offensive defenseman, Sam Girard. Paling, by the way, went down and he had a good game, apparently. He had a goal, and I read he had a really strong game. Suzuki not ready yet to be first liner, is clearly second liner. Yeah, I don't know. I it's 2 games in. I mean, 2 games in, you want to say that? Because he may make you look bad in a week or two, or starting tonight. So I don't know. We'll see. You could be right. Yeah, I could be right. This will be a good test with the Rangers defense. Bad if we continue to score 1 goal against this team. We might be in for a long season. Yeah, the defense isn't great over there either. So, yeah. But, I mean, then again, look what they did against Buffalo. Buffalo's defense isn't great. So, why is everyone panicking? It's only 2 games into the season. That's it. Exactly. Bay has it right. And it's not to say that it won't stay this way and we can panic and whatever. But right now, 2 games in, you can't panic yet. You can complain, I guess, but you can't panic yet. Be interesting to see what happens. What will happen if Habs get if lose tonight to see. Oh no! You know what? I really doubt a trade before around the 20-game mark. It's not that it hasn't happened, but it's unusual. Teams usually wait till about 20 games in, reevaluate their teams, and then they'll consider making trades. So I doubt we'll see a trade this early. I really doubt it. Besides, excuse me. The good news on Mike Hoffman is practicing with the team, and I also saw that he should be ready on Tuesday or Thursday. So we should see Hoffman by Thursday, if not on Tuesday. So that's going to be good, and that's going to help out and make a difference with the offense. Sure, it's not going to make a ton of difference on the defense, but let's see what the changes to the pairings make, a difference here, and let's see what happens with that, and we'll go from there. Would be interesting to see what will happen if Habs get. I read that. I like reading him twice. Yeah, it's 2 for Tuesday. Oh, it's not Tuesday today. How about when everyone in here was saying send Suzuki down to Laval literally 3 weeks before he exploded for 16 points in 22 playoff games? Patience, people. Yes, and listen to Luca because Luca is right. Bay again is right. It's the early part of the season, and remember, a lot of new players on this team, and they need to get used to each other. And this can take literally 10 games. And I say that because last season, first 10 games in, Montreal looked like Stanley Cup winners already. They were great. And then what happened after that? So, yeah, you got to take some time to evaluate the team, let the other teams in the league get adjusted and everything before you can really evaluate yourself. And that's why I say at the earliest 15 games, but 15 to 20 games in, teams start to make that evaluation, and then you'll see trades happen, I think. It's been like that since I'm young. I don't see it really changing, so. Hey, Jackson, how's it going, man? Sens fan honestly thinks Tampa is gonna be worse. I don't think the ad is supposed to be there. Than people think, and losing a lot of depth. Some with Vegas, some things off with both. But you know what? Again, Tampa, sure, they're not winning at the beginning of the season, but they've done this before. So it's not, I don't, good teams lose sometimes early on, and it takes them a week or two to get their footing. And yeah, so that's why 1, 2, 3 games in, you can't judge the season on that. You just can't. There's 82 games in this season, and you want to judge it on 2 games. Like, I don't understand how you think that's, and just during the season, aren't there ups and downs, roller coaster sometimes, right? Winning streaks, losing streaks, winning streaks, losing streaks. How are we judging the season on 2 games now? I don't get it. Vegas lose less than Tampa, but Vegas just lost a bunch of players. Pacioretty out 4 to 6 weeks. Mark Stone, they're reevaluating. He's out for a while. There's 2 other guys out. No, Vegas is in a bit of hurt right now, so that's why I say. Hey, Hockey Kid. Thank you. Appreciate it. He's got 2-1 Habs. Give me a goal scorer, and I'll get you in on the Guess the Score contest. I got to go in about 5 minutes. It's a new season, and you cannot take away that we went to the finals last year. Well, they can't take that away. I mean, that's last year anyway. It doesn't mean that it's going to be the same this year. Remember that. It is a new season. Rogers back. 6-3 Habs. Suzuki, first goal. Rick, did Eric Stahl retire? Did someone pick him up? He's unsigned. I haven't heard that he retired. He's unsigned right now. I haven't heard of anyone signed though. If anybody knows the answer to that, please chip in. Shags 2 dope has got it right, and so does Carey Price. Just relax. It's 2 games in. I wonder how many times, for how many games I'm going to have to be saying that. If it starts to get to 10 games in, I go, relax, it's 10 games in, you start to call me an idiot then. Exig, Rick, right, I think too. The problem is the division teams. The Habs aren't in the Pacific one, unfortunately. No, unfortunately. But listen, there's still legitimately 3 teams that are really no chance. So that leaves 5 teams. One of the top teams fall out, and Montreal, so they'll get in. If Montreal plays well, they will depose one of those 2 teams ahead of them. I think Boston falls out if Montreal and Toronto are having a good season, I think Boston's the one that falls out. And then it's between Montreal and Toronto for 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. I don't know how Florida's going to be exactly. I think they'll be better, but I don't know. Matt, we will not be touching on that. There's no reason to be talking about that tonight. So we're not. Born to be Hab. What is Niku's timeline to return? I don't know, but I know he's practicing with the team now. So, it could be any time. Petty's got 6-2 for Montreal, and he's got Ryan Reeves. Petty is because I have a feeling yours is for New York, but when you don't give the team, we assume it's Montreal. Eric, I'm not sure what the T is for, but hey. Sense fan, I know we're 2 games in. I was just saying my predictions. Sorry for misleading. No, it's okay to have that's okay, but you have to temper it with the 2 games in only, It's okay to have an opinion and all that, but you got to realize that. You got to give it a little bit more time. Okay. So Petty, you got it 6-2 for the. That's why I questioned. I thought you were going to take the Rangers, and you're going with Zibanejad now. Awesome. Okay, we got it. I'll go with that one. So no worries. American Thanksgiving is a measuring stick. That's right. It's usually around then, isn't that? It's usually around that wouldn't be 20 games in, but I said 15 to 20. It's about the 15 game point. There you go. The Habs are in the hunt around Thanksgiving still. They got a shot at the playoffs. Thomas, no. Price is only 34. That's not that old. I don't think Price has any. He's not retiring. Montreal does not want him to retire because that's a big. The NHL claws back a lot of the bonus money, signing bonus money that he got over the contract. If a guy retires early, he's not retiring. He wouldn't do that to the team. That's number one. So no, he's not retiring. I could say that with a lot of certainty. Unless something really unexpected happens with what's going on now, Price is not retiring without it. Yeah. We have to remember last season was poor for Habs until they entered playoffs, so let's not get over-optimistic about this year. Yeah, listen, a good point, but they have improved some of the parts that were causing the problems last year. That's why we're a little more optimistic. But, again, we got to see some games played. And we got to let them get their feet under them. Do I think Montreal is really a better team than Boston? With Carey Price in nets, I do. Yeah, okay, call me crazy. Price wants the Olympics. I don't think Price really cares about the Olympics. At this point in his career, I don't know about that. You thought Price was older? Okay, Ray. There's a dog fight out there. Leave them fight. Ray. Okay, well, Price was drafted in 2005. So I don't know. So he was already in the league 8 years by the time you became a hockey fan. So yeah, but yeah, he's only 34. Like realistically, he still has anywhere from I'd say 3-4. Like he's got 5 years on the contract. I don't see why he doesn't stick around for all those years. Like I don't see why that wouldn't be possible. I don't think he'd have another contract after that, but I think he could make it the length for the contract. Jack Newell, 5-2 Habs. Caulfield with the first goal. Awesome. All right, well, we're almost at 20-7. I'm going to say ciao for now. I'll be back at 7 with the game. Hopefully you'll check that out. Matt will be joining me apparently in the second intermission or the second period. One of those two, he said. So we'll hopefully that'll happen. So thanks for watching, everybody. Give a thumbs up on your way out. I appreciate that. Subscribe, ring that notifications bell, and that'll get you notified whenever there's a Talking Habs video of any kind out there. And that's it. We'll see you, like I said, in 20 minutes. And that's it. Take care. Peace out till then. I should do that, right? And thanks for watching. Bye, everybody. Let's see if I can find the button to go and broadcast. Yeah, bye.